Hello everybody and welcome to another installment of Pedal and Metal's Diecast Review. Today we're going to be unboxing an Exoto Racing Legends Porsche 91730 Mark Donohue version. This is the red and white top speed car. And let's go ahead. I bought this a couple years ago on sale and I have never broke this open. So we're going to open it up and check it out, and I'm sure it's impressive. So let's go ahead and get to it here. I like to use a tongue depressor. That's my little tip there for opening up these side flaps so you don't damage them. It's nice to be able to get in here and kind of pop them out. That way you don't tear anything. Oh, that's right, there's a box within a box within a box here. So let me see if I can slide this out without it falling on the floor. I forgot how these are set up. So there it is. There's the... Now it's not the Sunoco. I wish I had $1,000 to spend on it. I think that's what they're going for, over $1,000 for that Sunoco version. I got this really cheap. I don't want to tell you how much because it's embarrassing to even say. I mean, I didn't pay a lot for it, but in case I want to sell it, I don't want anyone to know how little money I spent on this. But this is, I know that the Sunoco versions are ridiculously detailed and just have, even if you're not into Porsches, you have to appreciate. I mean, you got, yeah, this is the CAM2 motor oil. I couldn't think of, here's how they look when you open it up. I couldn't think of what the sponsor was for this top speed run. It was like a, I think it was like a gimmick in 1975, like a, what do you want to say, promotional stunt, I guess would be the better word. Wow, already this is amazing. This thing is just badass. Now the body's all up here on a separate styrofoam. So what I'm going to do here is carefully. Oh man, this thing is just... Okay, this is just crazy. This is absolutely crazy, insane, detailed. You have to see this to believe it. Look at this thing. I mean, this is spectacular. I don't care if you're not into Porsches, that's fine, but you have to appreciate the awesomeness. There's the flat 12-cylinder. It's twin turbo, making a close to 1,200 pounds or 1,200 horsepower at full boost. Absolutely just sick. Look at the gauges and the wiring and the seatbelt, I should say, the harness there. The fire suppression system underneath there. Heinzman, I think is who made those originally. Wow. And the fuel tanks, you got dual fuel tanks, one on each side. Huge. You're talking about a fiery crash there. Hopefully not, but if you would wreck one of them pretty bad. You're surrounded by fuel. And of course, like most cars of that era, your legs and feet are probably pretty much built into the crush zone in the front here. Wow, this car is just so cool. Let me get it out here and we'll check it out. We'll put this back down. Yeah, I think they have this all screwed in. Oh, maybe not. Feels like it's... Oh, it's just wedged in there. We got these plastic blocks in there. Oh man, this thing is just unbelievable. I can't even right now. I'm near speechless on this car. I mean, I almost don't want to take this all out of there. They have the cooling discs are off the wheels. As you can see, there's no. I don't know where they're at in the box. Probably up in the top. The cooling fans. Look at the valve stems on the wheels. This is just bonkers. Absolutely nuts. And worth every penny. I don't care even if you have to spend $1,000 on one of these. This is just cool. Now, wives aren't going to like that, obviously, but who cares? Fuck them. Fuck the wives. Anyway, let's see if we can carefully... Oh, you know what? This has got a big plastic X brace on the bottom here. I'll have to remember how all this goes. Wow. Look at that. Look how it's finished off. The different titanium colors and magnesium, and that is just cool. Alright, well, I'm going to shut the camera off here once and set everything up, and we'll put it together and see how cool this is. We already know it's cool, but okay. I'm going to attempt to take this body out of here without busting anything. There's the wrench, the T-wrench for the wheels. You can take the wheels off and show off the brake detail. And there's the handle for holding up, I don't know if you can see that, holding up the back end when you want to display it. Yeah, the quality on this is, look at the paint job. I mean, this is phenomenal, and the way it's finished off, the bottom, the flat black, and the screens. Look at the little gurney flap, or whatever you want to call that here, in the screens, the mesh screens in the back. Wow. Right there for the wheels, they're in there. I don't know what that other piece there is. I don't want to take any of that out of there because I don't know what that all entails there. And this is just ridiculous. This is just too cool. This, look at underneath of this. These latches here on the doors, if you want to call them doors. Wow. Oh, you know what that was in that bag? I bet you the screen, where's the screen at for the front? The screen's not here, so that's got to be in there somewhere. I almost bet on it, because I'm pretty sure this comes with the front screen there. Okay, this is a nerve-wracking thing to do here. Oh, that just kind of sits on there. Whew, that was nerve-wracking. I don't know what this car's worth now, but the Sunoco version, like I said, is worth a ton of money. Let me try to clean off the side here a little bit. Okay. Okay, we're back here. After putting everything together, I'm just kind of looked up the stats on the car quickly on the computer, and it's as phenomenal as I remember. The stats on the car, I think when this was running at low boost, was like a 1,000 to 1,100 horsepower. Maximum boost, I think it was, from what I read, up to 1,500 horsepower. And this particular car, Mark Donahue drove in 1975 at Talladega to beat the course record, which was set by A.J. Foyt originally the previous year, and Foyt's record was 217.854 miles an hour, and this car did it in, at the time, at Talladega, which was 2.66 miles long. He did it in let's see, a record of 221.12 miles an hour, which they supposedly that record stood for almost 2 decades afterwards. And the stats on this car are crazy. That they could do 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds, 0 to 200 miles an hour in 13.4 seconds. I mean, that's just nuts. How, for, it's not a dragster obviously, but it darn close. Very cool. And the tail lamps look good on it. Wow. The exhaust underneath. This thing is just ridiculous. I mean, it looks like real metal, the exhaust. And they have the wastegate exhaust and transmission core lines, all kinds of awesomeness underneath of it, as you can see. I think these look better without the high speed. I guess they weren't really the cooling fans, like I was thinking on the 935s. They were actually for high speed runs. They're kind of like what you see at Bonneville, those discs they put on the wheels. So I think this car actually looks cooler without those. And this car does have full brake detail. Maybe we'll pop a wheel off and check it out here. I think I'm going to take this back off. I think it looks better. I'd prefer to stare at this car with it all open. As nice as the paint job is, this to me is the highlight of the car. I mean, look at the relays. The tiny little relays there they have right here along the bulkhead there, whatever you want to say. There. That is just so cool. The distributor looks amazing too. And it has the blue anodized look on a lot of the aluminum tubing, which is correct, I guess, to the original car. I even like the little zip ties. There's tiny little zip ties running along the chassis tubing here. That is just too cool. This is going to be a long video, but I don't really care. I think this car deserves a long video, and Exoto deserves all the praise for producing this car. Look at the brake duct. The brake ducts here in the front. I mean, that. Wow, it even has a kind of it's like a rubbery. It's not hard plastic. Wow. In the CD, there's the CD boxes right there. To control the engine, there's 4 of them right here. So cool. And the wiring, I just can't get over all the detail of the wiring. I kind of pity the people putting this together. Honestly, it probably, what, $1 an hour pay? Kind of bums me out. But man, this is just something else. And they do have the harness attached there to the. This looks really well done right here. Let me zoom up on that. They have it attached to the bulkhead there. I don't know if you want to say bulkhead or firewall, I guess you want to say. Let's take a look here at this closer, because it's hard to see here. Otherwise, without me hovering, I'm going to have to do some hovering above here to try to get some good shots. It deserves it, to be honest. Yeah, those are black foam, just like the. Wow. These right here, for the intake, they're black foam, just like the real car was. They're for the turbo intakes. These, the air would come in here, and then shoot. This is hard for this new camera of mine to get there. Shoot down through the turbos there. And they have the raw fiberglass color for the fan. And the cooling. Some people just say tins or whatever, but the cooling that all the fiberglass that surrounds the top of the motor there is all in raw fiberglass color. This thing is like a spaceship. I mean, to me, I could just stare at this all day long. This is just, yep. There's the Heinzman. You can see the label on it there for the fuel. So you even have a Momo. It even has a Momo emblem on the steering wheel. Be nice if this would focus. And the shocks there and the anti-sway bar. They got the titanium colors going on there for the pedals. Let me pop a wheel off here once and we'll check it out. We'll see what. Check out the brake detail here. Let me get the wrench here. Hopefully I don't break anything here trying to get this off. So that would not be good. That would not make my day. Here it's coming off relatively easy. Wrench could be a little bit bigger and I don't even have large fingers. Wrench is even marked Exoto on it. Okay. Please don't break or anything. Look at the 917 brakes. Wow. It's just ridiculous. And the titanium hats on the rotors, freaking awesome. And those discs are metal on this car. I'm pretty sure it looks like they used photo etched parts. There they go, zooming up. Got the cooling fins on the calipers, just like the real car. Wow. Alright, I think I'm done drooling on this enough for today. We'll go ahead and pack it up before the wife gets home here. This looks great too, all the cooling apparatus there. Does the shocks work on this? I would think it would. Look at the sway bars. The anti-sway bars trying to stop me there from moving it. That is something else. And the backs are, I'm sure the backs are just as detailed. I'm not going to take that off. Alright. There you have it. Exoto's 91730. And it is that is something else. Well, thanks for checking it out, and I'll go ahead and box her back up here, and probably I'm going to be holding on to this car for a long time. I don't think I'm going to sell it. Alright, thanks everyone for checking it out. If you have any questions or comments, you can just go ahead and post them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And oh, I look, this does not have the front screen, by the way. No, the front here, like the Sunoco one. I thought maybe it's in the box. I looked up pictures on the internet quick there, and the car didn't have that. Here's the inside of the wheel. That looks pretty cool too. Go raw magnesium color. Alright, thanks for checking it out. We'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, bye now.